Our nursing graduates, they embrace leadership and teamwork and the character integrity that we all expect and that we're hopeful for in the healthcare world today. For those of you, whether you're a parent or a spouse or an aunt or uncle or a cousin or grandmother or grandfather or a neighbor down the street, if you did one little thing, if you were the babysitter, if you made the soup, if you were the one that did a load of laundry, if you offered some groceries or some gas money, if you just listened as people were wailing over the Kaplan exams or the upcoming NCLEX, we want to thank you for that, because those supports, every single one of them, are critically important to our students. And those are the kinds of things that we as faculty and staff and educators, you are a part of the equation of educating our students. And we do not take that for granted, and we're forever thankful of that. So let's give you a round of applause for all the work that you did so that we could have these wonderful graduates on the stage tonight. We're excited about your future. We're excited because you make us so proud, and you carry the patriot symbol of pride and integrity into our community. We thank you that you have invested in an area that we know enriches not only the quality of life of our community, but its economic well-being. And we have the finest nursing faculty on the globe. So I'd like for us to thank our nursing faculty for the work that they do. And with that, I will hand this over to our program coordinator as she offers a welcome from our nursing department, Amy Webster.
Well, welcome on behalf of the nursing department. The tradition of pinning is long-standing. It's an important point in one's education in nursing. Basically, the pinning ceremony is a celebration of reaching the end of your associate degree educational pursuit. These ladies, with the tremendous help of each other, you all, their family, friends, and supporters, have completed their nursing degree. I thank each of you for your sacrifice and support that helped these graduates to reach this point. Furthermore, each graduate nurse who's sitting before you has received a world-class nursing education. Kind of echo Dr. Godwin here. Facilitated by some amazing college faculty, and for that, I could not be more proud. The spring pinning ceremony often falls right in the midst of some important times: Mother's Day weekend, graduation weekend, but it also falls during the week of National Nurses Week and National Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm really excited that it's fallen at this particular time because I get to acknowledge our wonderful faculty and our full-time and part-time adjuncts. They are truly dedicated to the success of the nursing students and the P&HCC nursing program. The faculty instill professional nursing values as they deliver nursing education to these students. They're now graduates, by the way. I'd like to acknowledge how proud I am to work with these wonderful nurses and thank them each for their continued contribution to the students, to the college, to our community, and most importantly, to our nursing profession. Faculty, full-time and part-time, please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. So I always like to impart a couple thoughts, and sometimes I just wing it and speak from the heart, but I've really been thinking about this group. They had some interesting challenges along the way, most particularly at the beginning of this semester when we put them on short time and had them in clinical and started their classes late, but you know what? It all came together in the end, and they're sitting before us tonight as graduates. My thoughts about this are I want to tell you a little story, or maybe not a story, but most importantly, just some ideas to take away. Robert Fulghum wrote a popular book. Most of you may be familiar with it. It's titled, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. His book has great messages about human kindness and important rules of life. If you read the book, you may remember some of the quotes that were shared. Share everything, play fair, clean up your own mess, wash your hands before you eat, and many more. He even told us to flush. However, I keep waiting for a follow-up book to be published that it's titled, But Then I Went to Nursing School and I Learned the Unthinkable. Who knew there was so much more to learn? But at the end of the day, you really only need to revisit Fulgham's words, as they have value in life and they apply to your profession. As a nurse, you will encounter so many people that need you. You will serve people with compassion, integrity, and with a spirit of kindness, human kindness. As you leave P&HCC and move on to your employment or continued education, remember that you in fact matter, that you are making a difference one patient at a time. Robert Fulghum stated that you may never have proof of your importance, but you are more important than you think. There are always those who couldn't do without you. The rub is that you don't always know who. The funny thing is, as a nurse, you are important to every patient you encounter. Don't ever doubt your value, because you are in fact a nurse, and the differences you make one patient at a time will last a lifetime. Congratulations. I'll now invite our class president, Chelsea Gravely, to come forward.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, honored guests, and welcome to Patrick Henry Community College class of Spring 2019 Penance Ceremony. My name is Chelsea Gravely, and I'm going to be your nurse today. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth? Do you have any allergies? I'm just going to verify that on your ID band. Thank you. I feel as though student speakers are supposed to impart some deep, lasting wisdom or have a really moving story of overwhelming adversity, or at least be really funny. I can't promise any of that. I'm not here to give you job advice. At the ripe age of 24, I haven't even held a title that anybody would label a career. However, I have, like all these graduates, survived nursing school. Excuse me, let me repeat that. We survived nursing school, guys. Well, class, we're coming to the end of our long shift at Patrick Henry Community College, and if there's anything a good nurse knows the value of, it's charting and documenting. So let's document the last 2 years of our lives. Don't worry, I'm gonna do my best to keep this speech short, just like our lectures. Let's start from the beginning. On our first day of nursing school, we were all strangers, both excited and terrified. Our first semester teacher, Ms. Gammons, had us take our first step into our professional lives. Needless to say, we had no idea what we were stepping into. Together, we survived our first exam, where every question seemed to have 4 correct answer choices, and we kept stepping. We learned in pediatrics that children are not just tiny adults, and in OB, we witnessed the miracle of life, and without reservation or trepidation, we kept stepping. We made it through what seemed a challenging semester every semester, lost sleep, weight, and many times our sanity. Yet we survived and we kept stepping. I've learned throughout my time at Patrick Henry Community College, if given the choice, the answer is always airway breathing and circulation, green leafy vegetables, or if all else fails, tell me more about that. As we look back at all the steps we took together and where we stand now, it's clear that we have learned to take care of our patients by first learning to take care of one another. I feel incredibly honored to speak on behalf of this amazing class, and this class is truly one of a kind. Since day one, we have genuinely supported each other, whether it was by nudging each other when we felt like giving up, bringing each other breakfast when heading into an early clinical, or rejoicing together after we finally finished another exam, and celebrating one another after a successful IV or catheter insertion. This is a special bond that this class shares, one that carried us through any and all obstacles that nursing school brought. And although being surrounded by determined, ambitious, and sincerely helpful peers made our goal of becoming nurse a reality, the real masterminds behind our success were truly our teachers. The teachers that challenged us, prayed for us, pushed us, and taught us values that go far beyond care plans and NCLEX strategies. You are the nurses that we aspire to be. Thank you for holding us to the highest standards of excellence to make sure we reached our full potential. Parents, children, siblings, spouses, significant others, grandparents, extended family, friends, coworkers, and any loved one not otherwise mentioned, you've loved us through our most selfish years. I speak for everyone when we say we cannot be more thankful for your guidance and support. We may not have had the time to articulate it, but we never would have reached this pinnacle moment in life without you. You stood behind us steadfast, Kleenex in hand, and for that we thank you. Finally, it's time we thank each other. When spending so much time with a group of highly motivated and compassionate and genuine people, it's tough not to love your peers. I met some of the most inspiring people sitting right next to me in the classroom. From the long study sessions to exchange study guides to flashcards during breaks at clinical, I know that I could not have survived this program without the support of such a wonderful cohort. I'm truly honored to have been in the presence of you throughout these past 2 years, and for that, I thank you. So here's to an extraordinary class, and here's to a remarkable faculty. Here's to our tolerant loved ones who understood all the nursing lingo in this speech, because we've talked about it for the last 2 years. Here's to McDonald's and Chick-fil-A for pumping more caffeine than blood in our veins in order to keep us stepping forward. We've always been told if you didn't document it, you didn't do it, and now we've documented it, so guess what? We did it. Congratulations, class of 2019, and keep stepping forward. Okay, I'm now going to introduce our speaker. It is a great honor that I'm able to introduce our speaker for tonight, Ms. Bethany O'Neill. Her name echoes the essence of service, dedication, and compassion. Ms. O'Neill is a third semester nursing professor at the Patrick Henry Community College. She was born in Canada and was raised as a missionary child in Central Africa. She graduated from Robert Wesleyan College with a bachelor's degree in nursing. After graduating, she worked in an array of special fields such as ears, nose, and throat, plastic surgery, burn, and trauma ICU. She then returned to school to obtain her master's as an adult nurse practitioner from the University of Rochester. She has been teaching here at Patrick Henry Community College for the last 2 years, but has taught nursing in Papua New Guinea and Tanzania for many years. She is now the project director for the nursing education in Tanzania through the Health Volunteers Overseas. All of these accomplishments mirror the time and commitment to each and every one of her students. This devotion exemplifies the love and commitment to the practice of nursing. Without further ado, please join us in welcoming Ms. Bethany O'Neill.
Thank you so very much for asking me to speak, and once again, thank you all for being here to celebrate these graduates. It is a great honor to be asked to speak to you today. It is also a great responsibility. I would like and hope to impart some words of wisdom that will inspire you to be your very best, and I hope that something that I say today will be significant enough to inspire you to be all that you can be. You began this journey to becoming an RN because a door opened, and you chose to walk through it. As in all journeys, we usually see insurmountable obstacles, unavoidable delays, and testing, lots of testing. And that alone may hinder some people from walking through open doors. There were times when some of you wondered if you'd make it, and it would all be worth it. It usually isn't until we look back that we see how far that we have come, and we begin to realize that how much we have learned and changed. For there isn't a difficult journey in life that doesn't offer great value along the way. and the journey to becoming a registered nurse is one of those journeys. These students have lived the past 2 to 3 years pursuing a dream that has demanded a lot from them. As we all know, life happens, and we all carry and juggle other responsibilities and burdens that can pull and tear on us as we pursue those dreams. Life struggles are real, and many of these students have struggled in some way to reach their dream of becoming an RN. They have placed a hold on other aspects of their lives, and they have made sacrifices to get to this day. In these last 2 to 3 years, they have worked harder than they thought possible. They have grown in knowledge and skills that will be the building blocks for their future. And they have encountered people that are in more difficult situations than their own. One important lesson that we should learn in life is to always remember that we are not the only ones struggling through life. We all have struggles, and we don't realize the personal stories that each person carries with them each day as they walk through life. Through each personal story here, these students have shouldered responsibility, they have pursued excellence, and they have achieved their goal. Today is the mountaintop of 2 or more years of climbing. I want to encourage you to keep climbing, to keep looking ahead, to recognize that you did it, and that you can do anything. You can reach your goals and aspirations. Today, I would like to talk to you about open doors and opportunity. The door that closes here at Patrick Henry Community College is just another door somewhere else. As you walk through the next open door, you have the opportunity to minister and care for patients placed in your care. These patients will open their lives to you. They will share personal experience and sorrows in their life with you. They will trust you to uphold their lives with integrity and compassion. They will trust you with things they will trust no one else with. These are open doors into people's lives, and this gives you the capacity to have an effect on them that can improve their well-being. In doing so, you have the capacity to change the world. Open doors may also come in the pursuit of more education. You have the foundation now to excel in furthering your education. And one part of being a great nurse is the responsibility to pursue more knowledge. Always look for learning opportunities. Always look to grow. Always look to build each other up. And don't be afraid of change. If you can get through nursing school at Patrick Henry Community College, you can get through anything. I pray that you look for open doors, that you will walk through them, and that you keep pursuing those things that you dream about. I hope that your energy and sense of adventure challenges your friends and family to do the same. There are many times in life that we miss open doors because we're afraid, or we take too long deciding because we don't think we're capable of meeting the challenge. The choices that you make will reveal who you really are, and those choices can lead you down roads that you never imagined possible, or they will hinder the full potential that God intended for you to be. It is the doors you decide to go through that will determine the kind of life that you will live. It is also the doors that you ignore that will take away from you potential opportunities. I have a superpower, and I rely on it every day. It's the Spirit of God that lives in me. It is because of Him that I'm able to do what He calls me to do. It is because of Him that I'm able to be what He calls me to be. It's because of Him that I'm able to go where He calls me to go. He's the one who opens those doors and asks you to trust Him, to go on the adventure that He's planned for you. I encourage you to just go through those open doors and don't stop until the door closes. Nelson Mandela wisely stated, "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one that you are capable of living." I challenge you to go on that adventure. You are capable of more than you can imagine. Don't hold back. Take all you have to offer with you each and every day. Strive to be better, pursue more knowledge, and give it all that you've got. Who would want to miss out on such an opportunity? You are graduating from a nursing program that has established high standards of excellence, not just excellence in skills, but excellence in integrity, excellence in compassion, and excellence in care of human life. You are the nurses of tomorrow. One day I hope to see you back, and when I do, I hope you will have gone far. I hope that you don't forget why you came and started this journey to begin with. I hope that you remember that the most useful assets that you have are your hearts that are full of compassion, your ears that are ready to listen, and your hands that are ready to offer care to those in need. I pray for each and every one of you. I pray that each footprint you leave will affect the physical, spiritual, and emotional aspects of all those you care for. We need to make this world a better place, and I know you can, and I don't expect anything less. As you walk through the next open door, remember this. 1, love and accept yourself fully. Most people spend too much energy and time worrying about what others think. Remember who made you, and when he did, he said it was good. Number 2, feed your soul. Most of us don't forget to feed our stomachs and our desires, but we often forget to feed our soul. We've been made to desire a spiritual relationship with one who has made us. When we overlook that aspect of our lives, we feel incomplete, and we are then in constant pursuit of things to fill that longing. 3, be authentic. Be who you were meant to be and show everyone your superpower. Number 4, everybody hurts, so overdo empathy and compassion. Number 5, not everything makes sense immediately, and sometimes you just need to wait. 6, no matter what lessons people try to teach you about life, you won't understand them fully until you walk through that door on your own. 7, life is all about progress, not perfection. So don't wait to begin life. Don't hesitate to go through those open doors. 8, have the courage to keep pursuing all of your dreams, because fearless pursuit opens up to you endless opportunities. 9, last but not least, is my favorite piece of advice. Pray all the time. There is more power in prayer than you will ever comprehend. Congratulations.
The Jesse Fried Rhodes Scholarship was established in 2011 with a generous donation from Mr. and Miss Robert Hubble of Collinsville. One of the graduating RNs will use this money towards their NCLEX fee. The criteria was 3.0 GPA, demonstrated financial need, residency in the P&HCC service area, and submission of an essay detailing the applicant's desire to be a nurse. This year's winner is Gail Banks. The next scholarship I have is the Nursing Student Association Scholarship. The NSA scholarship was established a couple of years ago through the hard work of the nursing students. They actually raise money every semester for this scholarship. This year, the winner is selected, and it's based on the NSA attendance, fundraising, and community service. This year's winner is Desiree Gilbert.
So now we're going to bless the nursing pins. Actually, I'm going to bless the hands that are going to hold the nursing pins. If you would pull out your pins, and if you would stand and just, hold your hands out with your pin in, then I'm going to say a prayer of blessing. If you would bow your heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we hear the call that you have placed on our lives to share in your ministry of healing. We are honored to be called to serve in this capacity, and we pray a blessing on these hands that hold the nursing pin. Give them a loving and compassionate heart for those in need. These hands will touch many people's lives, and we ask that you enable them to heal and care for those who are hurting and sick. Give these ladies strength to face difficult days and moments ahead, and give them wisdom to speak into the lives of those they care for. Lord, help them to also care for the people they work with. Help them to remember that we are a team, that we are cohesive, and that we must care for each other in a profession that is very demanding. And so we ask for your blessing on the lives of each new graduate here as they go forth to serve you. In your name, amen.
Gail Banks. Leticia Campos. Shamika Dabney. Brittany Deal. Holly Flippin. Desiree Gilbert. Chelsea Gravely. Jade Harder. Courtney Hopkins. Olivia Inman. Sarah Lester. Dana Levy. Sierra Matthews. Jessica Murphy. Samantha Roadies. Chastity Rohrer. Carrie Shoemaker. Molly Short. Taylor Stewart. Sierra Wilson. Young Kitchen.
We will now have the lighting of the lamp ceremony. Florence Nightingale, an English nurse and pioneer reformer, was born in Florence, Italy on May the 12th, 1820. And died August the 13th, 1910. Many modern nursing techniques can be traced back to her. History was made during the Crimean War when Florence took 38 women to Turkey to nurse sick and wounded British soldiers. The British government had never before permitted women to do this. Because of her selfless duty during the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale became known as the Lady with a Lamp. As a tribute to Florence's dedication, the lamp icon became symbolic of nursing. The lamp will always shine brightly as a symbol of the care and devotion the nurse administers to the sick and injured in the practice of nursing. Thus, nursing students honor the dedication of Nurse Nightingale and symbolizes the plan to carry the ideals for which she stood in the candle lighting portion of the pinning ceremony. The tradition of candle lighting and the nursing pledge recognizes her ideals.
We will now have the International Pledge of Nursing, and we invite any nurses that are in the audience to stand and recite the pledge with us. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and the understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to preserve quality of life, alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which may endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the registered professional nurse. It is my pleasure to present to you the Associate Degree Nursing class of Spring 2019. We will now have our benediction, and we welcome Bishop Joe Gravely to lead us in the benediction.